I did a stupid. I have done badge. Ah! Hello, PC. Hello. Hello, PC. Could we please respond to the inputs that I am providing to you? Okay, we're good. We're fine. We are fine. Much like the Bullet Club. There we go. We get the reference in early. We're back. We're here. It's the Milan Grand Prix. It's the Temple of Speed episode. Sadly, we will not have Super Engine available. Did the game just crash?
I could not tell you.
No, the game did not crash. It just decided to minimize. Awesome. Temple of Speed episode. We do not have Super Engine. Super Engine is still 37 days away. Sadly.
Sad.
We should have it before the Black Sea. Yes. That. Anyway. And right now we're just kind of worrying about scouting drivers. Finished scouting on driver. I don't know who we scouted. We've got another scout coming in as well. Who was this? Who did we recently just scout? Was it? Oh wait, our email will tell us. Courtney Crone would be one of the weakest drivers in Formula 1. I mean, you know, she's damn near 4-star. Apparently she has a constant plus 30 marketability because she's beautiful. I mean, that wouldn't hurt us necessarily. Wilts at home, -3 on all stats. Oh boy. America, she is dreadful, apparently. Albert Costa is a stock car chat. Oh wait, hold on.
Maybe
Let's get our HQ upgraded. Can you promise me we'll improve our brakes R&D facility?
I think that's on the list.
Technically, Lewis, I'm going to say yeah, I can't improve it because we don't have one. We literally don't have one.
Oh yeah, as soon as we build it, then it's improved. Done.
I will say it's 8 million. We've got the money. I'm gonna say no. The reason I say no, it's only a 10 morale hit, right? And it's a morale hit. If we look at Lewis, his morale is exceptionally high right now, right? So I'd say it's worth taking the morale hit. Sorry, Lewis. Plus, as well,
points? No, we don't need them.
I don't want to give him a promise for a personality trait because it'll take 28 weeks for it to build or however long it takes. What if he's not even with us in that amount of time? Like,
yeah.
Kalen Frederick could be a low quality driver in Formula 1. It's probably not taking a huge amount on his potential for improvement. Oh. Oh my. Yes. You're awful. Anyway.
And he's with Team Penis.
Yeah, good old Team Penis. The Phoenix Grand Prix. Ugh. That Schumacher won. Of course they did. Anyway. I like these scout removes getting done. Performance work is done. Excellent. Right, what do we got? What do we have here? Yes, we're currently 4th. Hallie D gonna be a low quality driver. Oh, she's 4 stars.
Yeah, when her stats aren't terrible. They're pretty good, actually.
Feedback is only 14. That's the most disappointing one. But other than that, she is not bad. Where's she currently racing?
We'll put a pin in her. Not literally. I mean, a metaphorical pin in. Yeah.
I mean, she has won races back in 2023. And it was only... to be fair, it was in Formula 3. Okay, fair enough. What else? What else? Motorbike champion. It's a 48 lap race with a 40% chance of rain. Yes.
Lovely.
Like rain. Scouting facilities. Hampus Eriksson would be one of the weakest drivers in Formula 1.
Oh, for God's sake. Is everyone so weak for Formula 1?
Well,
Is that what it is, Mr. Scout?
as we've kind of seen, 4-star drivers just about cut it.
Yeah.
I love the test track, but with a few upgrades, we'll be able to invest more in our engine design. I mean, Lewis, you are not
Have you
wrong.
seen the engine they were cooking up, Lewis?
Oh yeah, oh boy, it's special. But it's gonna cost
You will
20
cream your
million.
pants, Lewis.
His digital pants will be subsequently creamed. Right.
But I'm not cleaning it up.
Absolutely not. The performance work has been done at the factory. Excellent. So now we're just focusing on the reliability.
Yeah, but it's like I always say, son. You're mega the mess, you're cleaner the mess.
Hey, you make the mess or you fix the mess. Oh, hold on.
You son of a bitch.
What's going on here? Munich. F3 Munich race.
Ah, Munich.
Acton Munich. Joshua Dirksen for Sauber wins it. He's the current
Sauber.
leader in the Formula 3 championship. Is his team Sauber winning? They absolutely are. Good job. Good job. Claps for everyone involved. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. Ah, Bolter Rob. Why, good evening to you, sir. Right, what has happened here? Renus VK. Hey, take a guess, take a guess. Say the line, Mike.
Is considered too weak.
Yep, low quality driver.
And his stats aren't terrible, though.
Hates dueling, though. Hates dueling. Unfortunate.
Well, considering dueling's been banned since the 18th century, so yeah, I can't quite understand that. Of course, he's talking about a different kind of dueling.
Well,
He could be talking about card game dueling, in which case, no, it's not a good fit.
Could be playing card games on motorcycles. This is true. So Mick Schumacher has found God. As you do. Which gives him +1 focus and +10 morale for 20 weeks. Sweet!
Hallelujah!
Nice! Factory staff are idle. Don't worry. That will be fixed in the near future.
No, I'll find something for them to do.
Marcus Armstrong would be not one of the best drivers in Formula 1. That's the weirdest sentence structure I've ever heard.
But that's the best comment the guy's given, so...
He's 4 and a bit stars.
It's the bit of star that's made him not the worst.
4 and a bit stars. Morale is higher, but considering offers. Currently drives for Porsche in Formula 2. Okay.
Intriguing.
And Sophia Flourish would be one of the weakest drivers in Formula 1.
No,
With,
tell me something new.
Slightly under 4 stars. But she has lightning reactions. She's
And she is
passionate.
beautiful.
She is beautiful, and she just had a disappointing race. She's currently
Oh.
in WEC.
I beg your pardon?
WEC. WEC.
Oh, right.
The World Endurance Championship. Alright. Okay. Okay. So that now opens us up. So they're all complete. So we are currently scouting Jolyon Palmer, Max Verstappen, Maximilian Gunzer,
Oh boy.
Nico Hulkenberg, Nico Rosberg, Pascal Wehrlein, and Pierre Gasly. Right. Onwards to the Italian Grand Prix, where we shall be doing very well, hopefully. So last season at the Italian Grand Prix, for those that remember, Charles Leclerc was leading for Ferrari with about 5 laps to go, and his car blew up in cataclysmic manner. Right.
I mean, we look back at it, we might laugh slightly.
Perhaps, maybe.
In pain.
Right. So
Maniacally.
here's the deal. I want us to get some good points and a good result here, so I'm going to swap out and give Lewis the engine. And I think Mick was the last one to get a component. I think Mick got the new brakes. So that means to me that Lewis gets the rear wing.
Okay.
And then Mick will get... actually... Yeah, okay, no, we'll give Lewis the rear wing. And then we will... we will then distribute Super Engine. Depending on where we're at in the championship and how our drivers are looking. Because we're not going to be able to use Super Engine for another 3 races. Some 16, 17-year-olds in that list. Yeah, it's something I've been considering. Like, we've mentioned it at near the start of the stream. We're going to have to look at Hamilton's contract in the near future. Because we've only got him for 4 months. And while he is 41 and I do want to look to the future, if we're realistic, Hamilton has been doing absolute bits for us. And I think we do need to consider... perhaps a renegotiation for another like season or 2. We'll see how that goes. I do like if we look at as well some of the contract ends. So if we do 2026, you know, there are potentially some good ones. I mean, Marcus Armstrong is 26. Lando Norris would be a great one to get if we could. There's also Sebastian Vettel, where we wouldn't have to do any kind of like payout clause, essentially. So we have some options. We have some options. Right. Hold on. Have we got parts fitted? So Mick. Wait, this is not evenly distributed. This is not evenly distributed. They should have 3 and 3. There we go. It's better. I was thinking I've given Lewis the engine. Mick at least deserves like the gearbox or something, you know. Right, okay. To the race. Let's go. I don't know as well if I'd want to bring 16 to 17 into Formula 1. Like it worked for Verstappen. But like not every driver is Max Verstappen, you know. Unless they were a 16, 17 and rated as 5 stars, then I would 100% stick them in the car. But if they're rated like 3 and a bit stars, like it's, in my opinion, it's just not worth it.
Okay.
We need to start cranking more of these out to actually kind of get the progress on this series done. Because F1 Manager comes out this year. Oh, and today. Today was a special day, Mike.
Oh, right. What have you done?
Not what I've done. It's what I witnessed. It's what I watched.
What have you witnessed? What have you watched? Tell us. Oh, mighty one.
Practice 1 and Practice 2 of the Bahrain Grand Prix. The Formula 1 is back.
I thought that was tomorrow. Saturday.
Well, the
no, qualifying's tomorrow.
Qualifying's tomorrow. Practice was
is on
today.
the Fridays.
Yep. And Practice 2 was especially interesting because that is reflective of when the cars are running in qualifying.
Okay.
So Max Verstappen was fastest.
Yes.
Less than a tenth of a second behind was
Hamilton?
Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari.
The Ferrari's kicking up its game.
Half a second back was George Russell in the Mercedes.
Mercedes are trying to...
Lewis
oh, yeah,
Hamilton...
Mercedes... Russell's new in the Mercedes, isn't he?
He is new in the Mercedes. Lewis Hamilton managed only, like, it was like 7th or 9th. Bottas was 5th in the Alfa Romeo. Both Haas were in the top 10. I'm sitting here like, oh, this gonna be a season. Oh, this gonna be a season. But you need scouting to find out if they're a region. Oh no, 100%. Yeah, no, I agree, Bolts Rob. And we do need to be doing a better job of scouting people. That's kind of why recently I've been on a bit of like a mad tear to actually scout people. You know.
Why I've been mocking the scout because he keeps saying everyone's got weak sauce, and I'm like, oh, tell me something new. Tit. That's what he is. He's a tit.
This is a dry.
Oh. My commute this morning.
Oh, here we go. Here comes.
Irritated me.
Here comes.
Absolutely irritated me.
I can get on. I can get on the wagon of commute salt. So go on. Okay.
Okay, so first of all, if I take off in my car, the stratosphere.
Your flying car.
Yeah, my flying car. Unfortunately, it ran out of aeroplane fuel, so I had to drive instead. Normally,
damn.
So
Unfortunate.
Pootled off, as you do, in your little car. Going down this road, cars coming the other way, so That's around the corner, let him pass. Cut it down. Try again. Guess what? Car's coming again. This time, my bloody gearbox doesn't want to go in reverse, so I said, fuck it. I basically just went... Because I was at the point where I could either turn down that road or down another road, I went down the other road. So that was the first bit of irritation. And then everyone I seemed to come across was just too fucking slow. You know, you don't experience this, but there's such a thing. I call them Sunday drivers, because I think that's where I originally heard the saying from. But basically, people on the road, they're driving, but they're going like 10 miles below the speed limit. So if it's a 30 zone, they're going 20. If it's a 40, they're going 30. And the worst part is, they had a little fucking blockade at one point. Fucking twats.
So it sounds like you had great fun.
Yeah, got past them. Driver's alright, up until the work traffic lights. Now, these traffic lights in particular, they're not usually bad, except on Fridays. Fridays, there's a fucking bin lorry that goes the opposite direction. Does this bin lorry just go past traffic lights, park up, and then collect all the bins? No, he stops in the middle of the fucking roadworks to pick up the bins. And then, by the time he's gotten to a point where he fucking turns off, there's like dozens of cars that have been just going in behind him with a green light. So there's a backlog to wait through. So waiting there for 5 fucking minutes. To add insult to injury, by the time the backlog cleared, guess who? Green light wasn't on us, it was on the other side. Twats. And nothing has happened at that roadworks as well today. Because the same digger was still in its spot, and nothing new has happened. Lazy bastards. Yeah. And that was all the salt part of it, but the last part of my commute was a bit of bewilderment, because there was an old boy pushing his missus in a wheelchair. He was just walking along in the road. So I was thinking, where are you going?
So, all in all, a great trip to work, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. I was just bewilderment on the last bit. So I was like, there's a pavement right next to you, just get... But then again, he was an old boy, so probably didn't have quite the strength to hoist the wheels up and get on the pavement, so he was walking to the nearest curb, I guess.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. But the commute back was perfectly fine, so...
Excellent. Well, at least you had one decent commute.
Yeah.
4-star weak sauce, what's a good driver then? You know, 4-star is a good driver. We want the great drivers. We want the best drivers.
Oh no, I'm not saying the 4 stars are weak sauce. The Scout is calling them weak sauce, and I've been disagreeing with him on some points.
To be fair, they're not saying they're weak sauce. They're saying they're weak sauce for Formula 1. Which,
yes, he's not telling us the news we want to hear. At a danger of going into signing up yes men, we'll just say yes, and then we get ourselves screwed in some case, like a certain someone, which I shall not name.
Do you just want to hear like what you want to hear, or sometimes you need to hear like what you need to hear? Because I'm a big proprietor of hearing what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Oh, I agree with that. But that said, I would appreciate a little bit of positivity. Like say, hey, this guy's not that great at Formula 1 now, but give it some time, he might be good. But no, it's not good. Well, fuck you then.
Making fun of the... yeah, I mean, to be fair, it is all the Scout's fault. But you do raise an excellent point about bringing him in as a test driver. And I have considered bringing in, building the, the staff centre, or, you know, the one that ups driver development and, staff development, essentially. I've thought about it. Right, we're going to run these tyres. We're essentially just going to do that thing of making sure that we're on the right tyre at the right time, just to kind of get some odd knowledge here and there. I think it's about to go to soaking, so we're going to need to bring him in again to fit the wet tyre. Let's stay out on the inside just to get the level 1 knowledge at least. Which we now have. Excellent. And then we'll quickly do some quali trim. And then we'll go and get some delicious, delicious race trip. Did I make Mick's setup worse? How did I make his setup worse? Did I give him... I gave him more downforce. He wanted lower downforce. Okay. 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 I see how it is. Okay, maybe not that much less. Maybe we want, you know, a bit more than that. Okay. Okay. Great. So it was great there. So let's kick that back to there. That there. And then let's click this back. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely squingeely. Well, thankfully today, +8 in Marcus Belief and make up for Lewis the robot if you hold on to him. Yeah, we should get one of them like beautiful 4-star lasses, right? And just be like, yep. So Lewis at these dull interviews, like, yes, but we have this. We've got this glorious chick right here. Not that we would, you know, benefit of the marketability and
from the fairer sex, yes.
Yes, no, we would never do such a thing. However,
no. It's ungentlemanly, Simon.
If it resulted in sponsorship potential, and you know, if they were okay with it, I'm just.
I don't know. It depends. Are the sponsors all pixelated PNGs? Like the people in this crowd?
You leave the pixelated PNGs alone. This game is not about the crowd and pixels.png. It's about hard racecraft of running a Formula 1 team. Which,
I don't care about that, Simon. I don't like the way they look at me. They don't have eyes, Simon!
Everything I'm reading about F1 Manager 2020 indicates that you take control of a team that's currently on the grid, so not like having your own team yet. That being said...
That's something we can always use for our little power fantasies. Like, aha, we're in control of Red Bull, or we're in control of Mercedes.
Well, what I was going to say...
We're in control of Aston Martin!
True, true. I was going to say that wasn't actually in this game to start with, but then it came later as DLC. Hey, we got the excellence. That's what you love to see. Right, race trim, let's go. Lewis wouldn't need to do interviews anymore. True. That is indeed for True City.
Oh, he'd love that.
Well, he loves talking about best fans, you know. Best fans. Hashtag best fans. Then again, he was actually getting quite annoyed at cameras last year.
Is that his way of saying that he's got an OnlyFans, but he calls it best fans?
You know, I hadn't considered this.
The dirty bugger.
Let's just go 8 laps. Wet tyre. Let's go. Get the race knowledge. Progress forwards, gentlemen.
Jolly good. Faster!
And hopefully we can do a little something with a... Oh, let me guess. It's going to go... Oh, it's going to go down to friggin' wet. Alright, let's bring him in. Bring him in and put him on the intermediate. Yep. I have made a mistake. I will hold my hands up and say I have not done this very well. Right, okay. You go out. Stint. I'm messing this up terribly, but I also think it's, you know, we just be on the right tyre. Let's just be on the right tyre. And then what we'll do is we'll, in a couple of things, we'll go onto the dry tyre, and then we'll run that. Lewis Hamilton. In fact, I'm just going to throw Hamilton on the dry tyre now. I don't really care if it takes like too long to 12 laps. Go on to the... How long's the race? Yeah, soft tyre. Beautiful. Let's bring in Mick. Bring in Nicholas. Nicholas von Schumacher. But yeah, F1 quali tomorrow. Oh. Ah, I didn't realise Frontier were contracted for 3 years. Very nice. Are they calling it F1 Manager 2022, or are they just calling it F1 Manager? Because I'm not sure, and like a new release every year isn't felt necessary. Like, look at this game. This game came out in 2014, and modders basically extended the lifespan of it tenfold. I don't think F1 Manager is something that needs yearly releases. It just like, but then again, you could argue the same thing about the F1 games and like FIFA and stuff. They don't need yearly releases. They just need patches every once in a while to update like the roster, quote unquote, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then again, if they ever want to add new features, then, you know, they can always just add new features. Anyway. Mick. It's friggin'... It's an Alpha Tauri in the way, and you're on a dry tire, there we go, yep. So I was going to say it's a drying track. Can't remember exactly what it's going to be called. My only other F1 info comes from Arava. Fair. That is fair. Yeah, I did see he posted a video on it. I didn't actually watch it because I follow Frontier Dev or whatever the Twitter like handle is. So I kind of like whenever I see something on there, I click into it and I'm like, oh, let's have a wee little butchers, and I'm like, oh, cool.
Oh, butchers of this.
This is information. Yup, data. Again, I was pleasantly surprised. It's coming out this year.
Yeah.
Very pleasantly surprised.
Yep. I told Simon this, so I shall now tell Stream. It is the weekend, and with that means it's my week off.
Again.
This
because doesn't work.
I work.
You don't.
I do.
Stop lying.
I'm not lying. That's the thing. I do work. How else do you expect me to keep a firm grasp of monopoly over Cornwall's internet?
This is true. You do have a direct line from the service provider to your house, and it's just leeching off of everyone else.
Oh, no. I've had it moved. I've had it moved to my house now. So I have the internet of all of Cornwall.
Why am I now just imagining if anyone is complaining about the speed of their internet in Cornwall, it's just you, like, and you're in like you're in your front room, right? And it's
just
like
cackling,
yelling at passers-by out the window. You know that scene from the IT Crowd? You're like, this is the internet, and you've just got this box.
It's a box, but it's got like St. Pyrrhon's flag on it, which is the Cornish flag. Basically, it's a black and white cross. So but it's literally the same box, but just with the Cornish flag on it. It's like, this is Cornwall's internet, and it's mine.
All mine.
And then I push a button, and then like fortress barricades erupt over my house.
Anyone watching Pickard? I have not been watching Pickard. I'm apparently watching Mick Schumacher spin. I haven't actually been like watching too much recently, because if I'm like of the evenings that I haven't been streaming, I've basically been coming home from work and just passing out. It's kind of terrible. I watched Drive to Survive, so I finished that yesterday, which was, you know, nicely over dramatized and all a bit ridiculous in my personal opinion, but hey ho, it was worth the watch.
Yeah, it happens. I've not watched it. And I'm going to say something somewhat heretical, but I couldn't get into Star Trek stuff.
To be fair, I've never been a big Star Trek guy. I watched the... was it like the recent movies? So there was like Star Trek, and it was like... What was it? Star Trek Into the something? They were decent movies. I enjoyed them. But I haven't watched any like of the original stuff at all. Or the newer stuff for that matter. I just watched those two movies. As Hamilton breezes past Schumacher. We got level 3 quali, race knowledge, and we got level 3 on the soft tyre. This is stupendous.
Speedo.
Because this is the most stupendous Motorsport Manager stream. The most stupendous. Damn, we were only slightly behind Lando Norris. Lando Norris. Painted my bedroom the same colours as your car. Ugh. Oh. That's a hideous room this man's has now got.
Eesh.
It's like blue, orange, green. Picker's a lot grittier than the old Star Trek. Not all the old fans are into it. I mean, series need to adapt and evolve. Like, I get the feeling, and we've definitely seen that in modern media. I think that series are prepared to actually take a chance, like, because eventually, you can only do the same thing with the same IP over and over again, right? In my personal opinion, because you either evolve and you get better and remain interesting, or you just fade into obscurity. Yes. I say that, but then The Simpsons is still running.
True.
I haven't. To be fair, I also haven't watched any newer episode of The Simpsons. I remember I started rewatching The Simpsons on Disney Plus when I got Disney Plus, and I got several seasons in, and then the actual Disney Plus original stuff started coming out, and then I never watched The Simpsons.
Yeah, I get that. I started watching an Amazon Prime series called Legends of Vox Machina. Are you familiar with Critical Role?
I am familiar with Critical Role.
It's basically the first campaign they did.
Ooh, very nice.
Well, it's based off of it anyway. So yeah, I've gotten down the first two episodes down, and now that I've got a week off, I've got time to actually watch the rest of it. So
you can binge watch that.
Yeah, I'm definitely that, so I'm looking forward to that. I still need to finish binge watching The Mandalorian, so I'll do that.
Oh, The Mandalorian.
And then the Book of Boba Fett. I know roughly what happens in them anyway, because I've never been one to care about spoilers, so I'm a terrible person, I know.
That's fair. I suppose I very it depends on my level of fandom, I suppose. So if it is Star Wars stuff, I will actively avoid. But other things, I like.
It's a case of, if it comes up in my face, it comes up in my face.
If I'm not uber invested, then I don't really care. So I don't know. Prime example, let's say, would be when Game of Thrones was a big popular thing. I didn't care.
Yeah, I didn't care about that as well.
Haven't watched new Simpsons or Family Guy, American Dad for I couldn't get into American Dad. Then again, it was a good few years ago, and people do say American Dad as you get older, you enjoy American Dad more. But yeah, Family Guy, Simpsons, I ain't watched that for a while. I need to sit down and actually go through, because there was a period a couple years ago where I was quite heavily into D&D campaigns. They were great background noise for whenever I was working or stuff like that. Great to listen to as podcasts. I haven't actually done Critical Role. There was the Rooster Teeth ones, the Achievement Hunter and Rooster Teeth ones that I listened to, and there was Team 4 Stars one, which was great. I haven't actually watched any Critical Role. We need to do another D&D.
We do.
Because I had great fun last time I did it, and now that Chris has listened to another Rooster Teeth one that they've been doing, and now he really wants to do one as well. But I'd be interested in exploring, because there was that Star Wars.
The Star Wars one.
Yeah, that Lee was talking about.
Yeah, we'll pester him until he spills the deets.
I love that literally, provided you're just within the rules of the game, which are very loose, you can do
It's designed to be. It is designed to be loose, so it allows for creativity. You can go rules as written if you're uncertain, but I've usually gone somewhat homebrew to. I'll interpret the rules to however they benefit the party and myself.
Yeah, exactly. And I always love a DM that just goes. They kind of mull it over. Yeah, they mull it over, then they go, right.
Yeah, fuck it, why not? As a DM, I have pulled out some illogical bullshit before, like a rat flying away by spinning his tail.
No.
This was in a fit of madness that had struck me.
No.
Briefly.
Madness, you. Say it ain't so.
I'm not sure I like your tone of voice there.
No. No.
Roll for initiative.
Hold on. I will, actually.
Where's my dice?
I was going to say, I'll roll my dice. Hold on. Hold!
Where's my dice? Hold on a sec. Get that over. There's my bag of dice.
I need to find the D20. There's a D20 in here somewhere. Hold on.
Oh yeah, I've been to a shop in Churro called the Happy Piranha, and they've got some D&D stuff in there, and I've got a new dice bag,
Very nice.
which I've only just noticed got like separate pockets for your favourite dice and not, and I've just tossed everything in the middle. Right.
That's an 11, good sir.
Oh, I got a 17.
See, this dice is quite nice. Like, they were bought for me. I don't think it was Christmas gone. I think it was the Christmas before. But they are like metal, and they're like purple and gold.
Ooh.
Quite nice.
Does default hurt when you accidentally put your hand on it with a little bit too much force? If it's a metal D4.
More about VTM Alien or Cthulhu, like dark RPGs, especially when you can legit pull things like roll to shit myself. If fair, I do want to kind of like explore other
tabletops.
Yeah, because like
I did look into. Oh, hello. Excuse me.
oh god, Mr. Popular over here. Jeez. Hey,
That'll be-
Hamilton gets it into 8.
That'll be my mother. So.
So Mick is at the back, sadly. Hamilton gets it into 8th, where I really don't want him to be in qualifying. Like, I'd actually quite like him to end, like, 11th or 12th. We did out-qualify, oh, sorry, Colton Herscher did an excellent lap. 7th fastest. We were only a little bit behind him. Charles Leclerc, fastest in Q1. Oh, what is this? Work phone's going off. 8th for Lewis Hamilton. 8th. Very nice. Very good. Very evil. Right, let's just oh, hello. Oh, do we go out now or do we wait? I say we go out now. Like, I don't think it's actually gonna hurt to be and actually, because Q2 is wet, if we get through, we get free choice of tyre. Easy clap.
I return. Apologies about that.
No worries. It's turns out it's a wee bit drizzly in Q2, and we know how Hamilton likes his changeable conditions.
Indeed.
Oh, sorry, wet weather conditions.
Yeah.
It was a button that was the changeable conditions guy. See, there are some guys that are going to come out of the pits on the super soft tyre, which right now is the better tyre. But by the time we're actually on our lap, the intermediate's going to be the better tyre.
True. Good. Conversation pieces aside, what did I miss?
Nothing really. I think it was like Bolton Robert mentioned some other tabletop RPGs. Like, I want to get into like other tabletop RPGs, but also card games as well. Like, I enjoy a good TCG, but I also want to get into like some other card games and just general like games in general. Like everyone's enjoyed like a good old game of like Cards Against Humanity and stuff like that. But there are games like Secret Hitler and stuff like that I find kind of psychological style games. I find them very interesting.
I've got a card game. I've not actually played it yet. It's called Blame.
Okay.
The idea is to basically pass the buck on to the other player.
Okay, I like it. Via a convincing and compelling argument, yes?
I guess. I've not actually played it, so I wouldn't know.
This is true, yeah, you wouldn't know.
But it reminded me of a game that I did want to get, but I couldn't find anywhere in English, at least, called Dark Overlord, which is essentially the same thing. It's a blame game, which one player is the Dark Overlord, and the other players are all minions trying to blame the other for something that's gone wrong.
Nice. I like the sound. See, that sounds like something I could get behind. That sounds like good fun. Yeah, you see all the guys that went out on the soft tyre, they've absolutely bottled it on their lap.
Aye.
Now, will they get out in time to do another one fast enough? That is the question. Valtteri Bottas ran wide. Oh! Me just coughing my guts up, don't mind me. Will these guys get around fast enough to do other laps? Perez, 8th. I actually don't want to do another lap. I'm actually happy to sit here.
Don't do another lap there.
Yeah, I don't think we need to. I think we're comfortable. In all honesty, and I'm that confident. I'm going to hit ×4 and hope and pray. My nose is super itchy.
We'll scratch it then.
Never.
Well, then it's your problem then. If you've got an itchy nose and you're not scratching it to fix the itchiness, then that's entirely your fault. I have no sympathy.
We're fine. Outlap. There's only a few cars going out on their outlaps. And even then, they're out on their outlaps, but it's... like, it's dry. Yeah, the guys that are just behind us still... yeah, we're fine. We're fine. See? Into the top 10. On the intermediate tyre. Therefore, getting free choice of tyre on race day. Genius.
Nice.
5,000 IQ, ladies and gentlemen. 5,000 IQ. The only thing is, I don't know if these guys are locking themselves into the super soft. That's the only thing I don't know because of this.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Literally only 2 other drivers can improve. Both Herta and Lawson. Herta crosses the line. Goes 5th. Lawson crosses the line. Goes 7th. 8th. Top 10. Top 10, baby. Let's go.
Hey. Let's go. Hey. Hurry. Let's go. Bam. Bam. Backseat.
Ooh, Sainz eliminated. Verstappen with an injury eliminated.
Oh.
My, oh my.
How has he injured himself?
How the turntables.
Did the gear stick go up his
Bottom.
Yes. Like
yes.
what? How it happened to Jeremy Clarkson.
Poor Jeremy
in a truck.
Clarkson. Right, what's the weather looking like? What's the weather
That's
looking
a
like?
Friday.
Dry. Let's go. I watched that. I was gonna say recently, like when I say recently, I mean like within the
Last year.
within the last few months.
Well, I wasn't wrong, was I?
Yeah, I
Within
mean,
the last year.
I mean, true. This is indeed for true city. It is both to the top and at the top. Right, let's crack on with qualifying just so we can get onto the race. Like now that we're in the top 10 and it's bone dry, I think it's safe for us to assume we're either going to be 9th or 10th, maybe 8th at the absolute best.
Okay.
To just, you know, ×4 speed, roll on with it. Go on, Hamilton. Purple in the first sector. And then someone goes... Leclerc goes half a second faster. Purple in the middle sector. Leclerc goes a second faster. Charging towards the line. 108.3. Leclerc goes 1.5 seconds faster. Cassidy. 500ths behind.
Oof.
Damn. That is close between the championship contenders. Oh,
Damn,
Rain.
Damn.
Ooh, Cest Rain. I don't think that's going to impact anyone's lap right now. Although saying that, we are 5th.
Nice.
I think we're going to be starting higher than we thought.
That's always a bonus.
All right. How's it going, the Chad lad? There was once a lad called Chad. And Chad the lad had a desire to follow the latest fad. Yeah, I'm done.
Very poetic.
I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing.
I mean, it's no Owen Wilson. No, Owen Wilson. Was it Owen Wilson? Hold on a minute. Who's that war poet?
I was gonna say Owen Wilson's the WoW guy. Owen Wilson.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
wow.
It is a Wilson, but it's not Owen.
Stephen Wilson.
No, it's not Stephen. World War
Uh,
One poems.
Oscar Wilson.
I'm not thinking of the guy who did Flanders Field because
Roberto
that's a John. Wilfred Owen.
So Owen was the surname.
Yeah, I had one of the names right. That's all
I
that
mean, you
matters.
did, but I mean, you were kind of wrong. Kind of very wrong. Hey,
And I was also right.
5th fastest.
No Wilfred Owen, but it's a start.
And we get to start 5th on the grid, free choice of tyre, so we can go for the soft compound, and we can just do lap after lap after lap after lap. We will pound round. We will take our car to Pound Town, and hopefully get a good result. This is the point where, unironically, it starts in the wet, and I'm actually going to hate it.
Ah, well, you know how it is.
Sometimes you know how the cookie crumbles, you know, it is kiss.
If it crumbles, that means it was overcooked because it was too hard. A proper cookie, a soft cookie, doesn't crumble, it just falls apart.
This is
And then
true.
you can eat it in smaller bits.
Now,
Equally soft and gorgeous, smaller bit.
I went on like a mild rant the other day about cookies. More specifically, supermarket in-store bakery cookies, right?
Okay, yeah. I had a Tesco's batch the other week, and they were overdone. They were hard. I was bitterly disappointed.
Now, this is my point. Now, good sir, were they just Tesco ones, or were they Tesco Finest ones?
Tesco Finest.
Oh,
Finest
now,
my ass!
Now, you see, now this muddies the waters of my research. Because, many years back, I was a big purveyor of the supermarket in-store bakery Finest cookies, you know, when I was...
Yeah, because they were good.
when I was a doughy, chunky lad myself. I've noticed in recent memory, Lidl used to be fantastic. They are now all rocks whenever you get them. They are never just soft. They are always rocks. And standard in-store bakery ones are just bitterly disappointing. I've only found ones that I find enjoyable. Sainsbury's Taste the Difference and Tesco Finest. Tesco Finest, specifically triple chocolate, just ekes it out.
Admittedly, I didn't have a standard triple chocolate one. I had a white chocolate and raspberry.
You see, I never risk it with them. I always look at those and I'm like, that's just a bit.
I love white chocolate and raspberry stuff, but after that poor performance of the Tesco's Finest cookies, finest, more like Tesco's seeks to disappoint me, my dreams.
See, me personally, if I was in the hankering for white chocolate and raspberry, I would go to somewhere that was a little bit more specialised. Like I'd be going to like a dessert place if I were getting that. Yeah, exactly. Like there's a place near where I work. It's called Cookies and Cones.
Oh.
If I wanted a white chocolate and raspberry cookie, I would go there. Whereas if I just want to get like a bag of cookies, like a bag of soft cookies for like £1 or £1.50, I'm going to like Tesco or Sainsbury's.
Okay.
See, I'm in an R-in, right? Because so we can see a little bit further into the future, right? We can see to about lap 18 on this weather forecast, right? And you see the weather goes up slightly in terms of wet, and it's slowly coming down. And part of me's like, do we do the intermediate tyre and get the 5% on the inter, or do we risk soft tyre? And I'll tell you what. Actually, I'm making an executive decision right now as I say it.
Okay.
Mick Schumacher.
Good chat.
Mick Schumacher, I'm going to put level 3 on the soft tyre because he will benefit greater when it's drier then. Lewis,
Yeah.
who's further up front,
And he normally benefits better when it's wet anyway.
will give him the wet
The
one, yes.
inters, yeah.
Sometimes, I've learned this about myself recently, sometimes if I'm like problem solving and thinking about something, if I just sit and think about it, I'll dwell on it a lot. Sometimes me verbalizing it, even to myself, like there are times I'm sitting in the office just talking. Now, no one's around, I'm just talking to, like, it helps me ingest the
Yeah, that's
information.
what I say, but everyone goes, oh, it's the Son of Madness. Fuck off. It's not the first sign of madness.
I always
First sign of madness is someone winding you up constantly about it.
See, I always just prefer talking to myself because I'm better company than anyone else that's in the room.
Exactly.
This man gets it. Lights
I'm
out,
glad
and away
we're on
we
the
go.
same. Oh, yes. Let's see how Hamilton does.
He gets
He's immediately overtaken.
by Valtteri Bottas.
Jesus Christ.
But he goes down the inside of Valtteri Bottas. Oh, the Alpines
that
are going
person there.
fast. Lando Norris leads.
And that guy
George
over there.
Russell up into second place. Lewis Hamilton up to third.
That's what we like to see.
Go on, Lewis. Pass, like, your current IRL teammate. Yeah. Ah, yes. Yes, good. Come on. Come
Ooh, they
on.
went a bit wide.
Right, let's have a little look at Mick. What's going on with Mick here? Sonoda has had a bit of an incident. Mick's still at the back, but he's still pushing on. And Sainz and Sonoda have had a bit of an incident, apparently. First sign of madness is finding hairs on the palm of your hand. Do you know, I thought about it for a hot second right there, and I'm so glad I didn't. I went, what? And then I was like, no. No.
Where are you going to look at your hand?
I was about to look at my hand, yeah. Meanwhile, up at the front, see, this is the point where our slightly inferior engine is going to let us down. As here comes Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari, charging up behind the incompetent racing Grand Prix of Lewis Hamilton. Sainz has fallen to the back of the field. Schumacher has passed the Ferrari of Sainz, who is currently in the pits for damage. Charles Leclerc passes Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton not prepared to give an inch, though. Sits in the slipstream of the Ferrari. Second sign is looking for them. Yeah, I was, as I saw it pop up in chat, I literally turned my hat. I like, put my hand at 45 degrees and went, wait a minute. I'm being done here.
Ooh.
So the rain does look like it's going to taper off around about midway. Esteban Ocon has been given a drive-through penalty. Right, these guys, what are they doing in terms of their... Right, so they've turned their engine down. I say we do the same. I don't want to, you know, completely break the car. Carlos Sainz has had an absolute stinker. Can we just say that? Anyway, back with Lewis Hamilton. He's trying to find a way past George Russell. He just hasn't got the straight line speed, sadly. Vizza and Ocon in the pits. The Williams are having a shocker. Hamilton tries. Schumacher up to 21st, passing the Williams who are in the pits. Look, we just don't have... If we had super engine right now...
Yeah, it'd be actually doing decently.
Although on the brakes...
I mean, he does decently anyway. But, you know.
Oh, forced out.
Ah,
Forced out by the AlphaTauri.
next time. we'll get him.
Meanwhile, Max Verstappen, injury and all,
He's still racing?
up into 5th place. Oh, Hamilton! Hamilton
Oh, he's just
scrapping
been
away.
eked out.
Look at this battle.
Oh,
This-
he's taking it for now, but he's losing it again. And now Verstappen's coming up behind both of them, looking to pass the pair at the same time.
Probably will. Look at the Red Bull. Look at the speed of the Red Bull.
Hamilton's taken third position.
But
Verstappen's
he's about to
say
lose
hello.
it. Oh no,
Verstappen's about to say hello.
this is like going to be into cops. Oh no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Eke him out! Eke him out! Oh.
No.
Boo hiss.
Sonoda in with Damage.
Oh, hello.
Hamilton's going to try. He's not going to give up. Goes round the outside, round the outside.
Oh, he's paid off, though.
He's retaken it. Excellent work by Hamilton. Mick Schumacher, sticking with the back of the pack. Still in 20th position.
Slowly climbing up. Slow and steady wins the race.
As we know with our strategy that we are going to employ... let's put this just down to push. That we're going to employ. He's got all his bonuses for the dry tyre. So when we switch over to the dry tyre, Mick will...
climb faster.
He will be in the prime position.
Yes.
Meanwhile, back at the front, Lewis Hamilton charging. Sadly, not fast enough behind Norris. Leclerc has taken the lead. A Ferrari leads in Milan. Definitely not Monza. Lando Norris in the Alpine. So the Italians lead the French, who lead the English, who lead the Austrians.
That's not Austrian. That's Dutch.
Yeah, no, but I meant the actual. I'm meaning the team.
Fair enough.
Because Charles Leclerc is Monegasque, driving for Ferrari, the Italians. Lando Norris, of course, British, driving for the French team, Alpine.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was Ocon. I don't know why. You said French, and I thought, oh, Ocon. I wasn't really looking at the name. I was just thinking, oh.
You know what? Ocon is chasing
he's
Schumacher.
All the way over there.
Yeah, he's chasing
all the way
Schumacher.
over there.
Ironically enough, role reversal because Ocon, the Frenchman, is driving the English Williams.
Oh.
Hamilton got a brilliant run. He's having a go at Lando Norris. He's passing Lando Norris.
That's what I like to see.
That's the overtake or the attack mode that we're still pushing with. We just need to make sure these tyres last. That is the only thing. Back over in Schumacher. Still hanging on to the back of the pack very nicely, which is all we really need to worry about him doing with right now. I'm going to leave chat and you, Mike, with Schumacher while I go and grab a refreshing beverage.
Okay. Take a look over here. Let's see. Right. What do we currently have going on? Schumacher is hounding after... He's hounding... Yes, he's hounding after Hartley, but he's not quite getting there.
Verstappen now overtakes Norris. Verstappen up into third. Pepsi Max Lime, by the way.
Oh.
Excellent.
Thatcher's.
Ooh, Thatcher's Gold.
Yes. It was cheaper.
That's fair. Oh, I was meant to mention, I have another island trip in the near future.
All right.
I'm travelling over to Ireland this time next month, actually. The company that I work for turns 10. April the 21st, I think. So I'm over in Ireland, week commencing the 18th of April.
Okay. I take it you would like me to get a rendition of the Rocky Road to Dublin to you by then?
I mean, you know, if you'd be so kind, sir. You know, I'm not one for, like, you know, imposing deadlines and things like that. But if you could, that would be, chop chop.
I'll get it done this week.
Hamilton closing on Leclerc.
Yes.
Yeah,
I bought that... Oh, sorry. Carry on.
I was just going to say it went faster last time round. That's all I was going to say. As you were.
Lovely. I've bought that dual for monitors.
Ah, yes. I remember you saying.
Yeah, I've bought that. So that arrives tomorrow. Then tomorrow I shall also try and get help. Go over to CEX and see if I can grab a hold of a second-hand monitor.
Yeah, you won't need anything too like
Too
extravagant.
fancy.
I can't. Oddly enough, I can't envision
I will say this though. My desire for somewhat symmetrical reasons will demand that I at least get the similar size screen. So
Yeah, as someone who before had two completely different sized monitors, it really annoyed me. So now, I mean, I personally love my setup now because I only got two monitors before I got the exact same monitors before, because I only had room for two monitors. When I upgraded my desk and got room for the third monitor, I'd had one that I had my eye on, and I was actually fortunate enough to get it on like company expense. So yeah. So I've got like a larger 27-inch monitor in the middle, and then I've got two 24-inch displays over on the sides.
yeah, the thing is, I'm going to have to modify my table before I attach this arm, because you've seen the table I have.
I have indeed.
Yeah, that is actually a dining table.
Ah, I see. Yes.
So, however, it's one of those foldable ones, and they're just simply screwed in. So I could just unscrew the hinges on the other side, and then I'm good to go for the arm.
Yeah, I mean it'll work.
Yeah, I'll just leave the other half of the table where it is, but just unscrewed. And if I need it, I'll screw it back on.
Schumacher not quite able to make the move. Hartley's pulled away, and it's now Evans.
But then again, I might be able to get away with leaving it on. I'll see how it goes first.
Yeah, I mean, you'll always kind of figure it out as you go. That's what I did with my setup. I mean, the only thing that's majorly annoying me about my setup right now is my current cable management. But I also don't want to invest the time to fixing my cable management, because I'll probably be in a different location hopefully within the next 6 months or so. So what's the point in investing the time now when I just invest the time when I reset up in the new establishment?
Honestly, cable management just confuses me. The best I do is I just zip tie the cables, not together, but the same cable. I'll fold it so it's not flopping about everywhere.
Yep.
And I'll just cable tie it together so it's not everywhere. It's somewhat neat, but it still looks a bit messy around the back.
I'm with you. I mean, the desk I've got now, I'm quite fortunate in that it came with a a slightly elasticated net underneath. So a lot of the main kind of power packs and big bulky stuff from cables is sitting under that. So right now I can kind of feel some of the big areas. I can still see a lot of cables. If I look in the bottom right under my desk, there's the tower, the plug socket tower, and it's disgusting. I hate looking at it. But I want to get one of those, the trays you can get that you can either hook onto the back or drill into the desk that then houses everything.
I don't, but I've got a good idea what you're talking about.
I want to get one of those, but again, I'm not in a rush to do it right now. I might as well wait, essentially.
Cool.
So let's have a look. Rain tapering off around lap 24. I think
looks about right. I'd say a bit earlier, really.
Yeah, I'd say
if I were looking at pitting Schumacher, I'd say lap 18. Is that roughly 18, 19?
We're talking not you see, that bar that 24's in the middle of it. You're looking at the one before it.
Yes.
I think that's probably about
bit too soon?
20. I would say. I'm prepared to gamble it then with Mick. I would say.
Yeah. I think we'll see. I think it's a case of by that point see how we are, and then we'll make a decision then.
Only concern is if we pitted then. I'm not actually going to pit him now. How long? See, he can get a set of tyres to go 30 laps. We'd be pushing it to make it to the end. Because remember, his tyre wear isn't as good as Lewis. Whereas if I go to Lewis, he can get a set to last 36 laps.
Yeah. Okay. But by that point, it might be so maybe wait till lap 24. Was it 24? What was it?
Around then, yeah.
Yeah, wait till lap 24 before pitting him then.
Yes,
But bearing in mind that's probably when the AI will start pitting as well.
This is true. Yeah, I mean we can always like monitor it and react where necessary.
Either that, or they'll start pitting at lap 15.
Especially if they've got damage. Yeah, they'll probably start coming in way too early because they're silly AI.
Stupid.
Yeah,
they're stupid.
They're not the brightest. They are not the brightest at all.
Oh, Verstappen's taken the second position.
He's literally just taken it. And he took it in down this straight. Now, can Hamilton respond?
It looks like he's trying.
He's definitely trying.
Not trying hard enough.
Let's make him try hard enough. Send him back up to attack. Back up to attack.
Oh, pardon me.
Or not attack, but push. Send him up to push. See, now it's the problem that we're going to have is it's going to start drying out. And Lewis, he's currently only getting a 5% bonus. So obviously we are going to lose out on like any kind of performance bonus for like the tyre. But, you know, we'll still be in a decent position, I think.
Okay.
Let's just try and hold on to Verstappen while not burning fuel. I need to kind of keep the fuel all in check. Right, Mick, I've had enough of looking at the back of this Aston Martin now. I'd like you to go on the offensive, please.
Charge.
Well, the Bugattis suck in the rain. Hirscher and Lawson now down in 18th and 16th.
Well,
Mick down the inside. Just can't get the move done.
also, their loss is our gain.
Oh, yeah, very true. Lap 15 starts. Go on, Mick. He's all over the back of the Aston Martin. And he's through, kind of. Not quite. Putting up a very good scrap is Evans. But Mick does get the move. He does get the move done. Brendan Hartley is now 10 seconds ahead of Mick Schumacher, bearing in mind we were racing him at the start of the race. He's now up into 13th, actually, passing Louis Delatraz. But now Mick Schumacher has been released. He can now start to chase after. One Colton Hirscher. Last time around, we were 0.3 of a second quicker. So let's see what jolly old St. Nicholas can do. Meanwhile, Hamilton holding on to Max Verstappen as we lap the Williams of Visa, I believe that is. Yes, that is Visa. We're coming up to lap Yuki Tsunoda, who Charles Leclerc has already lapped. Oh, there's a damage symbol, and that damage symbol is for Colton Hirscher. That's unfortunate for them. Ha 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 ha. Which doubly means he might pit early and fit the dry tyre because the AI is a bumbling fool in this game.
Aye.
Mick setting a lap time of 1:18.1. That's faster than the next, like, 6 cars ahead of him. Excellent pace, Mick. Keep it up. Nick Cassidy now comes through to overtake Lando Norris. We just don't have the straight line speed to match Verstappen. Man, if only we had Super Engine. The day we get Super Engine, oh man. I'm so excited for Super Engine. Right, so we're on lap 17 currently. Within theory, Hamilton could get a set of soft tyres to go to the end of the race, but it's a little bit too early for dry tyres. Look at that. Passing the Alfa Romeo of one Yuki Tsunoda. Oh, apparently Mick Schumacher has caught up and passed Colton Herschel. Look at that.
Nice.
And there's some damage with Yamashita as well. Speaking of which, Stroll in the points, which actually is terrible because he currently... Mick loses now out to Colton Herschel. But Stroll currently on for 2 World Championship points would put him ahead of Schumacher in the driver's standings. That's terrible. That's awful news. We don't want that.
No.
Dan Ticktum has spun, which brings out a yellow, but no safety car. He's now actually just ahead of us. Oh, as Mick stretching the engine, goes past Yamashita. And that puts us just behind the Aston Martin of Dan Ticktum. Right, I say we keep this pace for now. Maybe just start trying to maybe bring the fuel back into line with Mick. Lewis Hamilton apparently clinging onto and still very much in a fight with Max Verstappen. How's the car looking? Car looking great. I mean, Mick's got a very worn engine. I think we have talked about it before about how we kind of might need to make a secondary engine just to get through. So I think maybe after Super Engine we might need to build... Actually, no, because after Super Engine we'll have the other engine that Lewis currently has. So we should get through. It's no, it's gearbox. It's another gearbox we need to build. That was it. I remember now. I remember. Right, lap 20. I still think it's just too early. It's just, I think, 22. 22 is the lap that we come in. Even then, it might be slightly too early. It's going to depend on the AI. It's going to be very close. Very close. But the pace is improving all the time. Like, I mean, Leclerc's checked out up front. He's going, you know, half a second quicker. Leclerc does a 14.4. Verstappen does a 14.9. We do a 15.1. Cassidy does a 14.8. Nick Cassidy up into 4th place. But it is very soon for the dry tyre, I think. Next lap. Next lap for sure, dry tyre. No, I think it's still... Right, lap 22 begins. So now we're on to lap 22 with Lewis. We're not quite on lap 22 yet with Mick. And it's the end of 22 that we're going to pit with Mick. We'll keep Lewis out for now. But we'll pit at the end of lap 22 with Mick. That is the plan. We are executing this successfully with mad strategy, I believe. Right. Here we go. We're going to commit. And we're going to commit to the pit stop with Mick. He is past pit entry now. So he's going to come in. He's going to fit the soft tyre. We are going to go balanced on the pit stop. And that is it. That is going to be Mick into the pits at the end of this lap. Lewis, do you want in now? Do you want in right now?
Yeah, no, it even probably does.
Not yet. Not yet. Is Verstappen pitting? Verstappen is not pitting. Verstappen's just starting to eke a little bit of a lead on Hamilton. Now we're going to pit with Hamilton. Now we come in. Mick is far enough ahead where it won't, like, as long as the pit stop is smooth, it won't cost any time for Hamilton. In fact, it's not even just far enough ahead, he's well far enough ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. This is it. This is the roll of the dice. Into the pits, Mick Schumacher. 17th place. Now! Good stop. Good stop. 2.5 seconds. Great stop from the boys. Charles Leclerc goes through. So currently, fuel is in a good place. However, fuel will, of course, go bad again once we unlap ourselves against Leclerc. Hamilton comes out again. It was a 2.5 second stop, and he comes out in 6th place behind Russell. But look at the speed. Look at the speed difference already. Oh, we called it perfectly. I don't know if we're going to get that much of an advantage on other cars. So I don't know how far up Mick might jump here. But, there's a few cars in the pits with damage. Oh, Mick about to jump a good few places. Up into 13th, maybe. Easily up into 13th place. Nice. Oh, he's going to unlap himself. Mick Schumacher unlaps himself against Charles Leclerc, who is leading in the Ferrari.
And now he's got less fuel.
Hamilton passes Verstappen and Cassidy, who are still just coming out the pits.
Nice.
Could Lewis Hamilton lead this motor race?
Who knows? I certainly don't.
Mick Schumacher is pushing on.
He's hunting down Gasly, but Hartley, sorry. Ugh, I'm not very good at names all of a sudden.
Bottas has gone to the hard tyre. That's a brave strategy. Let's see if it pays off. I don't think it will.
Well, I think they're hoping that they won't need to pit again.
I think Colton Herrscher collided with his teammate. Ricciardo's still out. Oh, here we go. Leclerc in the pits. 2 laps too late. Hamilton leads the Grand Prix. Yes. Yes, good. And it looks like it's dry for the rest of the race.
Okay.
This is the point now where I really wish we'd put Hamilton on the soft tyre knowledge.
Oh well.
Not something we can undo now. Daniel Ricciardo in the pits. He's sadly way too far ahead of Mick Schumacher. Daniel Ricciardo is going to be out of the points, which puts Stroll up into 8th in the Toyota. That's just madness in it of itself. This lap from Schumacher, sadly, I don't think has been his best lap. Everyone else has caught him very rapidly. And he's now got a wee little train behind him, does Mick? I don't want to push his tyres too hard. Because I'd like him just to make it to the end. Like that would be ideal scenario. And we can't really push his fuel. We need to save, actually, his fuel, because we pushed it earlier on in the race. Just to stick with the pack. Defending 13th from Kenta Yamashita. I mean, do you know what? They're pushing their tyres. We push our tyres. Let's go! Being in the dry is the great. No! We have been overtaken. Right, you know what? They're pushing hard. Let's push hard. Let's push a little bit harder with Hamilton, shall we? Because Hamilton's got the capability of getting his tyres to last longer. Let us drive in the direction known as forward. Oh dear, this is getting a bit racy behind Mick. Yeah, we just ain't got the straight line speed. Look at this. Look at the Aston Martin of Tictum. Breezes right by us. Don't really think there's much point in just overheating and destroying our tyres. Meanwhile, Hamilton, personal best at 1:11.8. Sadly, though, the cars behind setting 1 minute 10s. I'm starting to think the 3 championship contenders might overtake us in the near future. They are just too fast. Their equipment is too good. This saddens me deeply. Sergio Perez runs wide. Perez currently 7th. I just want to point out Lance Stroll is still in 8th. And there are cars faster than him right behind him, albeit I think Rick Bobby's about to overtake him. Come on, Rick Bobby. Get Stroll out of the points. He just can't pass him. He just absolutely cannot pass him. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The McLaren's got the speed. Yep, there it goes. Mick, sadly now that it's in the dry, turns out everyone might be a little bit quicker. This is sad. I'm infinite Sag. Because here comes Colton Herrscher in the Bugatti. Unfortunate, but he's through. Right, well, 19th is a little bit further behind, so Mick, conserve your tyres a little bit for me. Hamilton, though. Hamilton, keep pushing. Keep our load. Leclerc up to 2nd. The Ferrari man once again. Trying to win his home Grand Prix. Well, not his, but Ferrari's home Grand Prix. Oh, I've just realised that it's my Saturday schedule tomorrow to work.
Yeah, well. Shite.
I've actually got some things I need to do, like, if you take a look there, like, for those that can see my webcam currently, I've got, like, a bunch of devices and some hardware there. I need to get that all connected up and start running some tests on some new applications and stuff like that. So at least, you know, that'll keep me amused tomorrow. Hamilton sets personal best of an 11.0, which is great, but Charles Leclerc does a 1:10.1. Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari just travelling way too fast at the moment. Out of the way, Herrscher. Yes, hold up the Ferrari. He didn't hold up the Ferrari. How long till Charles Leclerc passes us?
That is the question. Probably a couple of laps at most.
Yeah, I was going to say. I think it's going to be faster than that. I think it's coming up on this very straight.
Couple of laps at most now, at least.
Here comes Charles Leclerc. Oh, he hasn't done it yet. He doesn't quite get it. Oh, no, wait, no. Here it comes. Here it comes. Although... Nope, there it goes.
He's struggling to do it. He just can't quite get away right now.
Oh my god, look, he's so much better on the brakes. We trying. Hey! Hamilton forces him out.
Struggling? You've just done it, mate. Because I'm struggling to overtake him as he passes him.
Maybe that's
What you are struggling with is fending him off.
It's just a Hamilton thing. It's like when he says his tyres are gone. He actually means my tyres are great. I love them. Keep them like, just, yeah.
Keep him shit, but not too shit.
I tell you what, though, I do need to... As much as I'm loving Hamilton defending the lead, we do need to turn down and make sure everything remains in check.
Yeah, I thought... Oh, it looks like a little bit of rain at the end.
A tiny wee drizzle of rain at the end. I don't think it'll be worth changing tyres, sadly.
No.
Out of the way goes, that looked like a Williams. Yep, it was the Williams of Esteban Ocon.
You know, I told you about, like, half a year ago that I was doing, like, fan fiction.
Yes, I recall.
The Super Smash Bros. One, where it's the mansion with the butler.
Yes.
Did I ever tell you the name of the butler?
I don't think so.
I called him William Cosworth.
William Cosworth.
Yeah, and I was quite pleased with myself. They're both F1 teams that are British.
This is true.
Well, I'm not sure about Cosworth now, but I think it's, what is that, F2 or?
Cosworth is... You only really hear about Cosworth these days, not necessarily as a team or as like an engine provider. Not even necessarily in Formula 1 that much anymore. Like, the last time a Cosworth ran in F1 was... Might have been at the start of the 2010s, but like they wouldn't run now. It's too expensive for Cosworth to run now. Is our car competing with a Ferrari? Our car is competing with a Ferrari, Lee. It's been a wet to dry race. We took advantage. We pit earlier than the Ferrari. We got in front of it.
Oh God, here comes Max Verstappen. Go away!
But sadly, in the dry conditions, Lewis Hamilton does just not have the pace of the 3 championship contenders.
Who hissed at them, I say.
And Mick Schumacher's engine is not in a good place.
Iffy. Very iffy.
But we're building super engine.
Yes.
Nick Cassidy, fastest lap of the race. Here comes... well, that's Ocon and Ticktum fighting over 13th. And there is Nick Cassidy.
That's a nice kid.
Nice. I like that. Oh, we're trying. We're trying to hold him off. Even if we only manage 4th here, I will take that. 4th, I still think, is an excellent result. Have we got the new engine? No, we don't have the new engine. The new engine won't be ready until, at the very earliest, the Black Sea. So we've still got 2 races. At least the bonus looks safe, unless there's a surprise downpour. True, yeah, we're not going to have to shell out a huge amount of money. As Cassidy collides with Hamilton. Ooh. Cassidy has some damage, does he? Doesn't have a penalty, but he has omelette du dommage. Unless there's a surprise down... I mean, there's a surprise sprinkling at the end of the race. There is no downpour, shall we say. Hey, Mick Schumacher overtakes Kenta Yamashita for 17th. Go on, Mick. Come on. Rag the engine. Yes, So Hamilton runs 4th, which I think is probably where we're going to finish, unless... although saying that, we are clinging on to Verstappen and Cassidy, but I think they're currently conserving. Yeah, they are conserving. Cassidy's made of paper while Lewis is driving a tank. We've actually developed the Incompetent Racing Grand Prix 002 on the structural integrity and the material found in Casper Ackerman's front wing. That thing was nigh indestructible.
Yeah. It's glorious.
Mick Schumacher has dropped to 18th. No! Our straight line performance be damned. Oh, it's Sainz. Okay, that's fine. It wasn't Yamashita getting back past us. It was Carlos Sainz. We're still there. We're still less than a second behind Verstappen.
Nice.
I mean, they are conserving. What if I just... Oh, I don't know. Did this. While they scrap with each other, Lewis just comes in and swoops in onto the podium, maybe? Let's go!
Here we go.
Slipstream Mackenzie! Oh, Schumacher and Yamashita are having a big old ding-dong battle now. Now Schumacher into the slipstream. No, he's just dropping back. Oh, it's so frustrating. Closes up under braking, just can't do it. I think with Schumacher, I'm actually going to need to probably like turn his tyres down a little bit because I don't think he's going to get them through to the end at the current pushing rate. Max Verstappen has a mechanical issue. The podium is secured.
For now.
Oh, that's huge for the championship. Where does that put... Oh, Max going to be dropping well behind Leclerc in the points tallies.
Yeah, so it won't be good for him.
Oh dear, it would... Cassidy pits with damage. Hamilton up to second. Yes, good. Yes, good. Hey, Mick Schumacher's overtaken Mitch Evans.
Oh, sorry. I think it was last week I went into CX and I saw a Monza. That was 45 quid.
Oh, very nice. What kind of dealios? What kind of like specification?
I couldn't tell you. It was just a Monza sitting there
I see.
looking at me. But I just thought I'll make a mental note of that. And if it's not there, when I go tomorrow, then I shall wait until the arm arrives, and then I shall hightail it to Churro because the CX there has a little bit more on offer.
I mean, it would be a bigger CEX, right?
It's actually smaller, but it's more of a case of that everyone goes to Churro to drop their shit off, so they get more choices. Whereas Penzance is a limited amount of people dropping their shit off.
Limited supply and all that.
Hmm.
Oh, Hamilton, personal best lap of the race. Cassidy looking to pass Norris. Can Cassidy close down the gap to Hamilton by the end of the race? That's the question now. Probably, because he's on the soft tyre and he's ragging the engine. Meanwhile, out front, question mark. Mick Schumacher is in a enthralling battle with Kenta Yamashita over 19th place. Cassidy passes Norris. I am concerned for Lewis, actually. I don't know if he's going to make it to the end. I may just need to conserve the tyres ever so slightly. 7 laps to go. Oh, God. Are we going to make it to the end? And if I'm concerned about Lewis making it to the end, I'm a damn sight very... Oh my God, Cassidy is a 108.5. I'm concerned about Mick making it. That engine is about to pop. That engine probably will pop. And don't forget how prone the Ferraris are to blowing up. True, the Ferraris, especially Italy, they do like blowing up.
It's certainly something.
We just need to keep our tyres in check. Our fuel is where it needs to be. We just need to keep our tyres in check. But Nick Cassidy is on for a potential stonker of a lap. Hamilton crosses the line. It's a 1:12.6. Here comes Nick Cassidy. It's a 1:08.3. So he only took 4.3 seconds out of us. Gap is 12 seconds. He will catch us before the end of the race. But I am prepared to turn things up with Lewis if we need to. Which, you know, I'm currently giving myself a small allowance by backing off now rather than nearer the end. 5 laps remaining. Charles Leclerc leads. He's just done a 1:09.7. So 1:12.5. Nick Cassidy's lap is not actually as fast. It's a 1:09.5. So he wasn't actually that fast last time round. Russell has overtaken Norris. Ah, here comes the rain. Mitch Evans collides with Yamashita. My oh my. Mick is now behind Perez on the track. Ahead of Saboy. Everyone currently still running, to be fair. 4 laps remain. In the Milan Grand Prix. Hamilton 1:12.4. Cassidy 1:09.1. He's only taking 3 seconds a lap out of us. Then he ain't gapped down to 6 seconds. Lance Stroll has a mechanical issue. Let's turn things up with Hamilton now. Let's try and get a little bit more speed. Just to see if we can somehow defend this second place. If things end the way they are with the championship, Charles Leclerc is going to be... what's that? 26 points clear of Max Verstappen.
Yeah. No.
No!
That's 25.
Mick Schumacher!
Oh, the engine's finally gone.
The engine went.
I completely forgot about that engine.
I checked on it, and I saw it was bad, and I was like, it might make it. Sadly, it did not. Mick Schumacher's engine has blown. Unfortunate, he becomes the first retirement of the Italian Grand Prix. Lance Stroll has had to pit as well, so he's not on for any championship points. So now it's down to Hamilton defending
And Leclerc's,
Cassidy.
And Leclerc's engine blowing up.
Well, no signs of issues with the Ferrari at the moment.
Oh, not to worry. I've gotten my hands on an in-law.
Oh no. Oh no.
My accuracy's not good, so it might just turn into fireworks instead.
2 laps to go. Everything is on the brink right now. Can we hold off from the Mercedes charge? Something tells me we won't. But I would quite like it if we did. Carlos Sainz, right? Sainz has had an awful race. He's currently running 13th. His Italian Grand Prix in the Ferrari has not gone well.
You know how it is.
Red Bull used team orders to allow Verstappen to pass Perez. Oh, there's something new. Oh, wait. Alright, here we go. On to the final lap of the race. Can we do it? Can we do it?
Oh, I found out a bit more information about my sword.
Oh, yes. Your glorious battle saber.
Yes, I found that it is a World War One issued, 1873 German officer's artillery sword.
That just sounds infinitely cool. An artillery sword.
Yes. Basically, it was... Oh, Christ. Sorry, my headphones tried to strangle me as I turned around. Basically, it's... Yeah, it was given to officers in the artillery, and they'd wave their swords and shout, "Fire!"
I mean, that do be what they do, right?
Yeah, and also it provided them a bit of defence if the artillery position came into
Come
attack.
on! Come on!
Come on, let's see how we do.
Yes! Second place.
That's what I like to see. We were leading that race for a while, but
We
unfortunately,
did.
Charles Leclerc also put on soft tyres, so naturally.
Yes. Yes. We did
He did not
lead.
stay in intermediate on the dry.
We did lead for a brief period, and we only just got those tyres to last. We pushed those very hard. Second
However-
place, though.
However, we should have the new super engine by next race.
Sadly not.
What?
2 more races.
What do you mean 2 more races?
Because it takes 36 days to build.
Oh, Christ. Next you'll be telling me it takes a month to build.
Wait. Don't forget, it gets built, and then we need to make it reliable for the actual race.
Ah! I'm so impatient, though. I want it now.
Yeah, well, we can't have it now. Gonna have to wait. Trust me, I want the super engine as well.
I suddenly feel like a toddler in a in a toy store
I
going on
want
about,
it now.
and you're suddenly the adult of the situation.
How did I become the adult here?
Exactly. How does it feel to be the adult for once?
I hate it. I don't want it.
Yes,
I'd like to return the responsibilities of being the adult.
I don't know. I feel young all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, enjoy it while it lasts.
Son of a bitch.
Because you are old.
Not old. 29.
Yeah, but this year.
This year I will be 29.
Until what day?
Until never.
Until
I'm always 29.
forever 29. How many laps did we actually lead that race for? We led for... We took the lead on lap 25 and we lost the lead. Okay, so we led for 8 laps. Which, I mean, all things considered, you know, ain't too bad. Live timings, does that have, like, the gap? Or is this just...
But if you must know, I might turn 30 on a Friday.
Maybe, perhaps, possibly.
Yes. I'm not telling you which Friday, but it'll be a Friday.
Gap to leader. I suppose, yeah, technically we were the leader. Yeah, this is where we were the leader. There's Charles Leclerc. Yeah, he just gained on us. If we do these guys. And then, what happened to Verstappen? Oh, that happened to Verstappen. I like the way that, like, Verstappen stayed fairly level. Cassidy kind of caught up and tapered off, and we just went... And then, you know, Mick had a bad time. Sadly. But. And now the cars go through scrutineering. Our cars are, of course, fantastic.
Apart from the fact the engine blew up on one of them, but that's beside the point.
No, I mean, you know, legal. Our cars are...
Oh yeah, legally wise, it's fantastic.
Yes, we ignore the minor explosion. Second place. 18 points in the bag. Hamilton, 109 World Championship points. I think he's definitely going to outdo his score from last year.
Yes, yes, he is.
We are 30 points clear of Scuderia AlphaTauri.
Good.
Excellent. I'm pleased. I'm pleased with this progress and this performance. Yes, yes. I think we've still got 2 sponsors to sort out this season, but I don't think there are another few races yet. Let's have a look.
I believe you're right.
See how things went. Yep, his morale kind of, plummeted down.
Yeah, that's what happens. After it raised last race as well.
Yeah,
And now it's just gone back nosediving.
Oh, reliability issues. Fix the parts already. Yee. Yikes.
But that was a cheap race.
Oh, it was, yeah, because we hit our sponsor objectives. Because, oh, hell, oh, yeah. Oh, man, now we've got to wait for the long old save screen. I want to check the sponsors. Let me check the sponsors. Slam. I am Madge. I am angry. I'm not. I'm actually quite calm. Believe it or not. I've had a lot of caffeine today, though.
Nothing wrong with that.
Which I think explains why I'm perpetually, I'm just playing with this.
Alert. Bing! How's it on?
My day started, I didn't have my normal kind of breakfast. Got to the gym and I had a pre-workout. Yeah, that kind of stuff is, oh boy. Whoa. I was not ready. Ready. All pit crew. What's going on with the old pit crew? Any gods here? Any god?
Ooh, refuel. We will need that next season.
Yeah, we will need that next season. Let's just bring this guy on. Yep, lovely, beautiful, nice, excellent. Anyone in here not looking too special? Anyone that we might have to yeet out? I mean, we've actually got quite a few guys in reserve. But to be fair, having like a nice reserve isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, I think we're alright for now.
Right, with sponsors. Yeah, so Lucas Aid's got 3 more races. And Map 3 has got 2 more races. So they will both come in. Oh, Singapore. It's looking like it has the possibility of being wet as well.
Ah, we're good at wet weather racing.
We are indeed.
But of course the engine doesn't blow up.
Yeah, well, you know. Oh, we've got the simultaneous pit stops, which I think I said before I don't care about. So.
Okay.
So let's... Right, Mick's now listening to offers again. Susie Perry with the BBC, absolutely. A podium for the team, great result. Lewis Hamilton raced superbly. How do you feel?
Knowing you, you'd say yes, yes, yes. I'm a genius.
Whoa, whoa! Listen.
Am I wrong?
Yo, listen.
Am I wrong?
Yo, listen. Look. You know, while I think,
diplomatically speaking,
while
is Ziek von Warnerless, I think.
He would say we need to build on the success.
Indeed. Mainly because there's 3 of us providing his brain cells.
Exactly. 2 pit stops, very good. Hard-fought win, and to be fair, I actually agree. It was a hard-fought win. Hard-fought win for Charlie Boy Leclerc. Car repair complete. Excellent.
Good.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
What?
Yes.
16 days for the engine now.
Yeah, speaking of the engine, it's not, these are our current engines. Now, it's only useful in Singapore, so it's not going to be used that heavily.
No,
but it's Black Sea.
Black Sea.
But by then, we should have a super engine, because 16 days, Black Sea is in 24 days. We have 8 days to work on the reliability. And whatever we get it to will surely be better than our current situation with them. My only concern for Singapore is our gearbox. Our secondary gearbox is in shambles, quite frankly.
Yeah.
But hey.
Should we get them as staff working on the engine, like improving its reliability?
We can't.
Okay.
If these icons aren't visible, like the improved performance and reliability, then
Okay, then we're pretty buggered then.
pretty much. Front right guy looks tired. Front right. Oh, this guy? Yeah, to be fair, he could probably actually do with a bit of a rest. Let's swap him in for a 18. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, so basically, you know, so looking at staff, James Butland is a guy that we are probably going to want to look to rehire because he's done bits. Like, he's been with Hamilton for a long old time. So, you know, we probably want to keep him on. Like I said, we might want to renegotiate with Hamilton depending on how much he's going to cost us.
We'll see what we can do.
Exactly. We don't necessarily need to worry about that right now because obviously, like I kind of mentioned earlier, there are a few guys with contracts ending at the end of 2026 that I reckon we might be able to pick up. And worst case scenario, we can always hit the panic Sebastian Vettel button because he's unemployed and will want to talk to us. Plus, he just joined a modelling agency, but then again, you know, but that's going to run out in
That's marketability.
In the near future.
Yeah, a week.
So, with that in mind, thank you everyone for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment any feedback down below. Subscribe and enable those notifications to be kept up to date with the content that comes to the channel. And please do as well check out the description box where you will find Twitter, Team Channel, and the Discord. Mike,
Yes.
do you have any final closing words and or thoughts?
Yeah, I've got a lot of shit to work through within the next week to try and get things up and running, and we'll see how things go.
Indeed, indeed. Like I kind of mentioned,
There you go.
I have a trip to Ireland this time next month, so hopefully, fingers crossed, there will be some streams and some entertainment for you guys pre-planned. Can't promise any Motorsport Manager because, of course, that save is local on my PC. But hey, whatever the team want to knock together while I'm out, then I'm sure
they'll think of something.
I'm sure they'll come up with something. But until then, we must bid you adieu. As I always say, stay safe, stay happy, and we'll see you next time.
Auf Wiedersehen.